afternoon everyone, it's Carol here at Organised Journals. I've got my junk journal, July journal in front of me here. Still haven't got round to doing the cover, but I will soon, I promise you, I will soon. So I've got my journal in front of me and I'm going to tackle prompt number 15. Now the prompt for number 15 was tucked away. So let me just move out. I've got a few supplies tucked away here. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to say that. I've got a few supplies here that I think I might use. I am certainly going to be using this gorgeous, gorgeous little card here. It's a piece of handmade paper with a stamped image on it. I absolutely love this image and I have been hoarding it for ages. So today's the day that I'm actually going to use it. What else have I got? I've got some scraps of vintage ledger paper which were left over from doing that page, and what I would like to do is I would like to break up that straight edge. So I'm not sure if these are going to be suitable, but if not, I've got more. So certainly a piece of ledger paper. I've got here a piece of tracing paper that I managed to make some lines on. I'm not sure that, let me lift that up to the camera. Can you see there's just some lines there from when I was drying this in the oven, and those were the lines left by the rack that I've got in my oven, and just a hint of yellow on there, so thinking I'm going to use that. I've got a piece of handmade paper, slightly textured on this side, smooth on this side. Not sure where this came from, but it's the right colours for what I have in mind. Got this, which is a double page from a vintage Italian book. Now I'm not going to use the double page, but I'm certainly going to use one of the pages, probably this one, because it's giving me the most, oh no, this one I think, because it's giving me the best block of text. I've lifted out these. Now these are a few of my Moo Craft series washi stickers, and I'm definitely going to be using a sticker. Whether one of these is going to be big enough, I'm thinking this one in the background there that you can just see might be big enough, but if not, I've got plenty more. I'm going to use one of those. So let's get started. So here I've got that scrap of handmade paper and I'm just doing a little fold and then auditioning the Italian book page behind, and as you can see I'm just roughly tearing it away so that just the text is showing. I've left a margin on the left hand side because I thought that might look nice, but in the end I decided to take that away too. So that's my handmade paper with a little wonky fold backed onto the Italian book page, and here I'm faffing with those strips of ledger paper to see which one will look right. So I'm just trimming this one down a little bit. Decide I still don't like the straight edge, and I finally decide on this one and just need to level it off a little bit. It was a bit too rough edged for my liking, so going in with a glue stick and gluing it in place. So here I've got some of that tracing paper, and I decide I want a rough edge on this, so I'm tearing round my edges, clipping those two pieces together and just marking the bottom where I want to tear it, because I want all my papers to look staggered, and I'm liking how that's looking. So I'm going to clip all those together, or those three together. So there's my little card. I've pulled out a label, same as I used in a previous prompt, and I'm just tucking that in that little fold that I've created on the top in that handmade paper. Just tearing a section away. Oh, this is a scrap. Can't bear to get rid of my scrap, so the bit I've torn off the label and the bit I've torn off the ledger paper I'm just gluing together, and that's going to go in my scrap box. Here I've got a cream coloured
piece of paper, just plain paper, and I'm tearing it roughly, and then I'm just doing a couple of random folds in it just to get a uneven look, but I thought it would be a nice feature on top, going in with some Distress Oxide Vintage Photo around the edges. And you can see I've lifted out a sticker there, so here I'm going in to fussy cut it. These are not quite washi stickers, but they are pretty good, or pretty similar, and they do have a white border around them though, so I need to go in, as you can see, and fussy cut to get a much cleaner image. I certainly don't want that white border all the way around, so that's what I'm doing here. And here I'm just putting all my pieces of paper together. I've got a piece of ledger paper that I've just slid underneath that fold in the handmade paper on the right hand side, and I'm just putting a dab of glue everywhere just to hold my pieces in place. And that's my folded piece of paper that I've just been inking, and there's my sticker that's going to go on the top. And I'm just deciding where it overlaps, and I'm folding where it overlaps back, peeling off the backing in that area, and then carefully snipping the backing away. So part of the sticker has still got its plastic backing on it, and the other part hasn't. And I'm putting glue on the portion that hasn't, and I'm sticking that portion down. And that's where it's going to go on there. So here I'm just punching a hole in the top with my crocodile and adding an eyelet, and then gluing one flap of that folded piece of paper down, and then just putting a dab of glue behind various pieces, not much but just enough. Here I've got some of the Tim Holtz Ideology palette collage tissue paper, because I just thought it might be nice to add another hint of green on this page. So here you can see I'm just folding it and roughly tearing down the side of the samples of green. And just auditioning it on both sides, and I decide I like it there, so that's where it's going to go. Just taking away the pieces that I don't need, because I don't want to waste those. So I'm just going to have the green showing. Putting a dab of glue behind it, and going in with a Pritt stick, and then gluing the back of my piece and gluing it down onto my page. A little bit more glue behind some of the pieces so that they'll sit nicely, but a lot of the edges are just loose and unglued. Here I'm auditioning some other stickers that I've got, because I want to put a pop of green on the opposite page to see if I can get them to blend together. And I picked out the same sticker, but decide that I can cut it down, trim away the white edging, and that will go nicely, or so I'm thinking, but you'll see in a second. I decide not to use it. I decide an offcut will be nice behind the salary closure on the left hand side, and then I'm still auditioning another piece and think that this piece, or this sticker rather, will be nice underneath this salary closure, so I'm just sticking that in place and closing up my piece, and there we have it.
So here we go, everybody. This is my finished page on this side here for prompt number 15, which was tucked away. So that brought to mind for me secret journaling spots and that sort of thing. So I have tucked away in here the little card that I was going to use. I haven't done anything to it other than put a date on it from the vintage ledger paper, and I've created a little secret journaling spot there, which just is held in place by this sticker. I've only glued half of it down and not the other half. Just looking for my bone folder here because I keep on needing to reinforce that crease, but given time, with the journal being closed most of the time, that will settle into place. And this little journaling card tucks in a little angled side tuck there. So my idea was that it looked like just a collage of papers with a sticker or a flower on the top, and you didn't notice it was there at all, or even that there was a journaling spot. As you can see, I've put a sticker on here, and I've also put a couple on this side to take the colour through to that page, but my envelope inside here is green as well. And I also used a touch of this Tim Holtz Ideology collage paper, and this is called Palette. And as always, information in the description box if this is new to you or you want to find out more information about it. So I just used a strip of that tissue paper in the back here. A lot of the pieces are not glued down all the way, just to give some movement to the page. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how this one came together. It is how I imagined it was going to be, so I'm really pleased. So thank you so much everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing me play with this one and come to grips with this particular prompt, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the next prompt, which, if I flip over the page, is this tipped in envelope here, which is the back of what I worked on here. And I need to do maximalism on this page, and because it's maximalism, I'm going to use the whole width of the spread for that. And yeah, let's see what I can come up with for that one. So thanks so much everybody, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now.